What's going on, guys? It's O from Mount Confidence, back to making videos. I took a week and a half off from making videos for lots of different reasons. One was that I got extremely sick, just this really throat virus that, my voice was completely gone. But other than that, I had a big mushroom trip, psilocybin mushroom trip, which kind of shook me to my bones. It done lots of things, and I will be coming out to talk about my experience sometime this week. But in today's video, I want to talk about binge eating and answer this situation, this story that has been sent by one of you guys, Nick. So he has been struggling with binge eating, bulimia in a sense, right? Bulimia doesn't mean that you make yourself throw up after you eat. It's just like, after eating something, you go and exercise to burn it off, to feel better about it. It doesn't necessarily mean that you throw up. There's lots of things, lots of symptoms that could say that, hey, like, you need to sort out some issues because what you're doing is unhealthy. So we're gonna discuss binge eating, my story, my experience with binge eating, what I've done, and hopefully what I've done you can also do and have the same results. So Nick is pretty athletic. He's an outdoorsy person. He runs a lot. He's very athletic, and recently, a few months back, his cousin passed away, and after that, things started to go downhill. He started to eat so much until he was literally in pain, and obviously with time, time heals everything. There's some wounds that were healed for the most part. It got better, but he still have the habits. He has the habits of binge eating. He created a habit of whenever he is feeling a certain way, he would go ahead and binge. He would go ahead and overeat. And this is something that I've experienced myself. I've went through phases of binge eating, phases of bulimia in a sense, not to a point where I was throwing up, but to a point where I'd go for a run after having a cheat meal. I'd go exercise. I'd wish that I burn off everything that I just had, which is really a sign of bulimia. Now, the overeating, the binging, just because you have it doesn't necessarily mean that you have a serious mental disorder. It just means that you have a mental blockage. I never really consider these things as illnesses. I consider them as a phase in which you are getting to know yourself on a deeper level so that you're able to become healthier once again up here, so that your physique, your physiological, your physical body can become healthier. So when I was going through, binging, what was going on for me was there was lots of unresolved emotions. You see, when you are feeling a certain way, you're taught growing up by society, by what you see around you, by observing, you're taught is that those negative emotions need to get out of there as soon as possible. Otherwise, you're not normal. You are experiencing something that is considered a mental health illness, which is, for most cases, it really is not. It's just that you're experiencing human emotions, you're experiencing you, and so what your identity, your ego learns to do is it learns to dissociate itself from these emotions. So if you're feeling angry, resentment, you're feeling sad, your identity, your ego will be like, don't feel this way, so it'll try to get you to do anything to shift the focus from the negative feelings towards something else. Now, which is, in a way, it's withdrawing from the situation. It's withdrawing, running away from the problem, and it will come bite you in the ass in another form. So for your case, for my case, it was binge eating. Now, for lots of people, it will distract them and place their focus on like a TV show or sex or alcohol or drugs, foods for our case, right? So to eat and eat and eat, because the mind is like, like there's just so much shit that you're like running away from that it needs to take this energy and put it somewhere else. So you end up fucking eating and eating and eating, right? And then you don't think about anything while you're eating because it's distracting you from having those thoughts. Your identity's under attack, your ego's under attack. So it makes you eat and eat and eat until you feel like shit, until you gain 10, 20, 30, 50 pounds, and then you realize that, whoa, I need to get my shit together because this is affecting my health, my well-being, and so what should I do? So the very first thing that I invite you to do, the very first thing that I did to resolve my binge eating disorder, to resolve my bulimia, to resolve these mental blockages, was I started to create a new habit so that every time I felt like I was gonna binge eat, I would actually go do something else rather. So I'd go for a run, right? I'm literally running away from my problems by running, but at least I'm, providing my physical body with an environment that's healthy, right? Running is not just kind of running away from the problem, it's like you're also calming down that mind chatter, because if the mind chatter continues to elevate and elevate and elevate, eventually you're just gonna go and binge. So by going and running, withdrawing from the situation rather than just like literally distracting yourself for a little bit and then doing something like binge eating to get away from the problem or to not experience unpleasant feelings, you're legitimately just turning down that noise, and you're providing your body with this environment that wants to feel nourished, to feel all sorts of highs, right? And so that's one way that I've dealt with my binging disorder. Now another way, second thing that you can also do is meditate to again calm down that chatter. Sometimes going for a run, going for a walk is not enough for you to calm down what's going on in your mind, because bro, if you really if you take your phone, you put it somewhere and you record yourself eating, you're gonna be like, I'm eating like a freaking animal. You're eating so fast, and you're doing all these like movements, because literally that's what's going on in your mind, and your mind wants to get rid of this energy, these like emotions, these things that you're running away from by getting your body to literally indulge in these foods. So by meditating, you're calming down the environment up here so that your body can also calm down, so that you don't need to do this. You can just relax, you can just feel what you're feeling. Focus on what it is that you're feeling right now. Head first, look at your problem. Are you sad, bro? I mean, fuck, death is one of the saddest things that human beings can experience. A death of a close a family member, a close friend. Bro, take your time and grieve. Like, cry, man, cry. It's alright. Take those emotions, let them flush out of your system. Because if you don't let them flush out of your system, then your system is going to want something to replace this void, this energy that it has that it needs to express. But because you're not expressing it, it needs something to release this built up energy. And so, grief, right? Bro, go for a run, go for a walk, meditate, journal your thoughts, write down your thoughts, what you're feeling. Like, literally all these things that I'm telling you to do is, all you're doing is you're facing the problem head on. Like, you're staring at the problem, staring at the emotion, and you're experiencing it. By withdrawing yourself and going for a run or going for a walk, you're not withdrawing yourself permanently, but you're actually just temporarily, so they can calm down that noise. And then once you're walking back home, or you come back to wherever you were, now it's like you have this a much calmer perspective about things, and you can face your emotions rather than having this panic and anxiety that's built up, that's not going to take you anywhere and not let you resolve your conflict. And so that's what you're doing. You first on, you're calming down that mind chatter by either going for a run, a walk, journaling your thoughts, meditating, just sitting down and not doing anything, right? Don't watch TV, because watching TV, it's like you're just distracting yourself. Like you're not even like, it's it won't work, right? It's not gonna help. From my experience, could help some people, but from my experience watching TV or playing video games or drinking alcohol, doing these things never really helped me resolve my conflict. What really helped me is to be physical with my body, because when you get physical with your body, when you go for a run, when you go lift weights, you're feeling that moment once again. You're experiencing this presence, and you're calming down that shatter so that you can be like, okay, what is it that I'm feeling right now? Because when you have so much anxiety, you don't know what you're feeling. There's a cloud over your head. You don't know what's going on. So when you calm it down, you're like, okay, what is it that I'm feeling? Am I really upset? Like, oh fuck, man. Like, why did she have to go? Like, just really tackle it head on. Grieving, time heals everything, bro. Time heals everything. And so calm down your mind. Get physical with your body. You're a runner, so go for runs and go, be alone in nature. Be alone in your favorite spot. Cry, man. Experience all these emotions. They need to be let out. These emotions, once they let out, you no longer want to binge anymore, because you're actually experiencing something that needs to be expressed. It's like your body's telling you, it's like, please, for the love of, please just let it come out. Because if you don't let it come out, I'm gonna need to find some other way to fulfill myself temporarily, and then it's gonna come bite you in the ass long term. So I hope this video has been helpful. Best of luck on this, Nick. Like I said, bro, time heals everything. Just give it a little bit of time. Go for your runs. Don't let your that situation kind of take away from your passion. Even if you don't have the energy to do your passion, just do it, and you'll have the energy to do it. And I promise you, with getting physical, getting active, calming down that noise when things are just too much, will get you to be able to experience what you need to experience, and get you to have this sense of contentment. I don't want to say happiness, because it's kind of hard to be happy when something this tragic happens, but eventually you will be able to get happy. Don't worry, you're not going crazy. This is a phase of life. You're experiencing it at a very young age, so this is a blessing in disguise. You might not see it now, but when you're older, man, you're gonna be a lot tougher. You're gonna be you're going to be able to handle these situations once again, because death is part of life that we have to kind of accept, and it sucks. It's not easy. So I hope this video has been helpful. Please give the video a thumbs up to support the channel, to help people grow. Comment below, let me know what you guys thought of this video, and click that subscribe button if you haven't done so. Got tons of videos, tons of projects coming up soon. From Our Confidence.